Hello, hopefully the audio is working now. Welcome. I just want to ask you guys a question. If you're in business online, you probably may have seen that it's pretty competitive or gets pretty crowded on social media. Is that about right? So how is it that you're stopping your audience from scrolling past your videos on Facebook or actually clicking on your videos in places like YouTube? Well, if you don't have the answer to that, that's great, because I'm going to give you 4 attention-grabbing tricks to stop your audience from just skipping over your video. So just quickly, if this is the first time you're meeting me, my name is Francesca. I help business owners, online business owners, digital entrepreneurs to create videos that engage their audience and reach more of their customers, and thus making sales online, because that's what it's all about. We want to help people, but we also want to make money doing what we love. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to give you 4 tips to getting more attention on your videos that are in Facebook or on places like YouTube or Instagram. But just before I do that, what I'd really love is if you know someone who is making videos and needs a bit more help, or wants to start making videos to reach more of their customers for their business, then please, 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 I'd love it if you shared this video, because that means that I can help more people. And this is content that people can implement and start seeing results. So I want to help more people. Please share the video so that I can reach more people and help them make better videos. And just so you know, this video has no promo in it. I'm not going to try and sell you anything at the end of it. It's literally just a whole lot of value you can take away and start implementing in your videos and your video strategies. So while I wait for you to quickly share, even if you're watching this on the replay, I'd love it if you could share. Sorry if you hear noise behind me. I am outside because it's a really nice day, but these things happen. So let's get in. Oh, one more thing. If you've just joined us, whether you're on replay or live, sorry, I had to think about that. Please, if you haven't met me before, like this page, because I do this weekly. I do videos weekly, so please like the page so that you don't miss out any of my future content. So let's get into the good stuff. And we'll start with our first tip, which I'll just bring it up on the screen for everyone. And that is to start with your outcome. So I want to hear in the comments right now, have you been starting with your name? Be honest. If you've gone onto your live video or you've gone onto your pre-recorded video and you said, hi, I'm so-and-so and this is what I do. I want to hear if that's what you've been doing in your videos. Put it in the comments now. Because if you have, there's not to say you're doing it wrong, but it's just not the first thing you want to start with. Hey, Lynn, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So you want to start with your outcome, not who it is you are. Because the problem is, if you're targeting people who haven't met you before, they don't care who you are or what it is you do. What they want to know is how watching their video is going to help them, or what is it that's going to improve their life that you're going to talk about. So you want to start with your end outcome. You don't want to save your best content till like a minute into the video, because no one's going to make it that far. You need to start with that best content, start with that outcome so that people are engaged and jump on in. Now, Lynn, you've said yes, you've started your videos with your intro. I'm going to assume that was the answer too. Stop doing that. Now start with your outcome. So depending on what kind of business you're in, maybe you're a coach, a life coach, and maybe you're talking to your audience and their outcome they want more freedom in their life, or they want to stop feeling bogged down by the weights in their life, or your audience better than I do, but you want to start with that outcome rather than who you are, then go into who you are, but start with that outcome. So that's my first tip, because that's what's going to get people to stop and go and listen and go, oh yeah, that's me. I want to get that outcome. Thank you. So we'll get on to our second tip now, which I'll bring up on the screen just so everyone can see it when they tune in. And that is to use a striking image or a thumbnail. Now, a striking image could be something that relates to what it is you're talking about. Maybe you're in real estate and creating a video that shows this amazing house in this extraordinary location. You might want to start with that image to get your audience in. Or if you don't have a striking image at the beginning, you start with your thumbnail. So creating a thumbnail for your video, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, uploading a thumbnail that's just not a screenshot out of the video is going to help people see that and go, oh, what is that? Eye-catching. I want to see what that's about. So have you been making thumbnails for your videos, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube? Have you been customizing it with either a striking image in it or some text, which we're going to talk about in just a minute? I want to know, have you been making thumbnails? And if you haven't and don't know how to do it, then there's a really great tool available to you. It's called Canva. It's free, and you can create all sorts of sizes. So the perfect size for your video would most likely be HD, 1920 by 1080 pixels. That's the dimension size if you go into Canva and you customize your dimensions, and you can create really awesome thumbnails within that app. So is that a good tip? Did you know how to make thumbnails, or you're hearing about Canva for the first time and you're thinking, that's great, I'm going to do that? I'd love to know. Please put it in the comments. And while you're putting that in the comments, I'm going to jump onto our third tip, which is adding text or subtitles. So especially if you're on Instagram or Facebook, those videos play in silent. Now, I know that Facebook just changed and they do autoplay with sound, but if your phone's on silent or your computer's on silent, then you're not going to hear it anyways. So still, the majority of videos are being watched in silent on platforms like Facebook. So you want to have either subtitles in your video, or you want to have text. So your text could be some of the key points that you're trying to make at the outset, and it can be quite bold and graphic. But those kind of things is going to strike people's eyes, and they're going to go, oh, yes, I need to know about, once again, it'll be about that outcome or that question or that fact that you gave them at the outset in text as well as, or with subtitles, and that's also going to help grab their attention. So have you been making subtitles? I want to know. Be honest. You've been making subtitles for your video, especially if you're on YouTube. You know, they're available. Obviously, they don't play automatically with subtitles on like they do in Facebook. But have you been including those subtitle files or text into your videos? If you don't know how, I'm going to be doing a video about it shortly, but basically you can create subtitles for free. It does take a little bit of time in YouTube, and then transfer that into your Facebook videos. So covering both sides of the video spectrum there, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. Instagram, you can't upload subtitles unless it's an ad, but you can embed those into your videos, actually put the text on the screen. So while we brain fart, while you let me know if you've been doing text in your videos, I'll jump on to the last tip, which is often what people forget about, which is, oops, let's get rid of tip 3, including great copy. So by great copy, I mean in your description to your YouTube video, or in the little copy that goes above your video in Facebook, or even in Instagram down below your video. Now, have you been forgetting about this altogether? Because a lot of people tend to... Sorry, I just read a comment. Lynn, I'll just address that. Lynn, no, you haven't made subtitles, I'm going to assume. Don't know how. The subtitles, like I said, is in YouTube. And if you don't know how to make text in your actual on your video, you need to be editing. You're editing your video in a variety of apps just on your phone. So that's what I teach people to do. And if you want, I will include a link to my video about best apps for editing on iPhone and Android after this video, so you can have a look at that and you can include text in your videos that way. Sorry for jumping over there a bit. Back to number 4, great copy. So a lot of people have been forgetting about their copy. They either put a headline for their video, so their video might be promotion for this product, or this for a live video, it might be how to such and such, which is all well and good. Sorry, that's a big fly in my way. Which is all well and good, but what you want to do is you want to create copy that's very similar to what people would see from their friends on Facebook. You don't want it to just be really salesy or kind of generic that people aren't going to engage with, because if the image hasn't engaged them on the actual video thumbnail or the text that you've used, then the copy is the next thing. And if they see something quite conversational that they would expect to see in Facebook, they're more likely to read it. Then if that copy engages them, they're more likely to continue or start watching the video. So don't forget about your copy. You definitely want to think about what you want to say, and think about it in terms of how you would write something to your friends and family on Facebook when you're doing your copy. So those are my 4 tips. Those are 4 tips you can start implementing. So rewind this video if you missed them, to go through them again to make sure you understand exactly which one does what. And but these are things that you can actually start implementing now and start seeing results in your videos. So I'll just recap them very briefly again. So for people who are tuning in, it's you want to start with your best outcome, or not starting with your name. So starting with your best outcome or your best content. Don't hold that till 30 seconds, a minute in, because no one's watching that far if you haven't really grabbed them at the outset. You want to use a striking image or a thumbnail. Even if you're on Facebook, I know people tend to think about doing it on YouTube, don't just use a generic screenshot. Create a thumbnail. And 3 is you want to add text or subtitles, especially for those who are working on platforms that autoplay in silent. And then finally, like you see on the screen here, is to include great copy in your Facebook post or even your YouTube under the description. Include some information in there that helps back up your video that they're watching. So I hope this has been really helpful for you. If you have any questions, I can stick around for a few minutes. I'd love to answer them. Just put them in the comments. If you've just tuned in, make sure you rewind, check out this video again because it's got all value, no promo, I'm not selling you anything in this video. So I'd love you to watch it and start implementing this and see success with your videos because that's what I want for people. I want them to succeed with videos. So please watch this, take on board the tips, start implementing them. So just wait and see if anyone has any questions before I duck away. So if you've just tuned in, please share this video with anyone you know and like the page so you don't miss out on my future videos. I do live videos with video strategies. Sorry about the dog. I do live videos every week with video strategies and tips on a Wednesday if you're in New Zealand, Tuesday if you're on the other side of the world. And so you don't want to miss out on that. They're generally no promo, and I let you know in the beginning if it's a promo or not. And just free content so you can actually start implementing because that's what I want you guys to succeed. So please do. So it doesn't look like anyone has any questions. So I'm going to head off now. It's been great talking to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming in and watching on the replay or live if you joined us. That's awesome. And I will see you guys again next week. And enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, Tuesday, depending where you are in the world. And I look forward to seeing you again. Okay. Catch you later.